Hi y'all, so I am on my way to Ghana, which is super exciting. This will be my first time in Accra, first time in Ghana, first time in West Africa. I hope you all can hear me okay. So I am, for this trip I decided to treat myself and to make this birthday a really happy one. So I decided to fly business class, which I normally never do because I think the price is outrageous, but I have to say I think it's totally worth it. So I flew business class and I'm sitting here in the Paris airport CDG, waiting for my connecting flight to Ghana. But I'm making this video because I want to tell you guys about my experience getting my instant visa, which is on-the-spot visa to go to Ghana. I totally waited last minute to do this visa. Yeah, so how that works, right? So on the website, you go to the website based on where you live. So if you're in the States, then your process will be slightly different. I'm an American living and working in Germany, so I was looking for options to be able to get this visa in Germany because there's no way I was going to send my passport, which I just got renewed in Germany, to Washington, D.C. Yeah, no, that wasn't going to happen. So I found out that I was able to contact the Ghana Consulate or Ghana Embassy in Berlin. Now, mind you, I called them a few months back when I first was thinking about going to Ghana and asking the process. And I was told on the phone that you need to complete the application online, upload your supporting documents, and pay. And I repeated everything she said to me, and she was like, yeah, that's our process. It's the only way you can get an appointment if you want to actually speak with somebody, or you can just send you can do this all online. Make sure you get a self-addressed envelope to us, which is basically like a DHL envelope, and we'll send you your passport back, and it'll have your official visa, tourist visa for Ghana in it. So I have been doing so much traveling for work that I totally forgot to do my visa. This was the thing about it. I was thinking about too many other things, right? And so I waited till last minute. So like 4 days, 3 days, 2 days before it's time to leave, I'm running around trying to get my malaria pills, trying to get my yellow fever shot, trying to get my visa. So real quick, if you live in Germany, you have public health insurance. Your health insurance pays for your yellow fever shot. Your malaria pills are 50 euros a pack. And she gave me 2 packs because I'm going for a longer stay in Ghana. And so it cost me €100 for my malaria pills. I almost passed out. I'm like, what? Anyway, that's neither here nor there. Let's go back to the visa process. So just look, I'm sitting in this little cute thing. It's like a little bouncy chair. Ooh, 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 bouncing, bouncing. Oh God, I just sound like a monkey. Oh God, I'm gonna have to delete that. Anyway, it's a little bouncy chair. It's so cute. See it? So cute. Get it, get it, get it, get it. No, anyway, so to get the instant visa, right? I followed all the directions. I completed the application. I uploaded my supporting documents. I paid for it online, even though they say on their website, we don't accept internet transfers. How do you pay for anything online if it's not through the internet? Okay, food for thought. Just food for thought on that shit. And when they had that, I should have known. I should have known that this shit wasn't right. One YouTuber I saw said, things in Ghana aren't as they seem. That's the best thing I've ever heard. I haven't even touched down in Ghana yet. But just from the consulate experience, I know it's going to be like hella interesting. Great, but hella interesting. So when I get to the Ghana consulate for my appointment, which was at 9:30 in the morning, have all my documents printed out as well because I just wanted to make sure, just in case they have everything. At least I thought I had everything. I was missing my residency card, which is basically my blue card visa, because it comes like a little, like almost like an ID card, but for people with that type of visa, and so I needed to get a printout of that. And then I also didn't have the printout of the confirmation from my bank that was signed and sealed from the bank saying that the payment was made and having all those official numbers on there from the accounts. So when you are a foreigner coming into Germany, the companies will almost automatically, especially if you're going into tech, tell you, go ahead and just get an account with N26. This is the online banking bank here, challenger bank here in Europe. And N26 has been great. Like, I love N26. I think it's fantastic. At the same time, it's not a traditional bank, so a lot of traditional services you don't typically get because there's no branch to just walk into and get it. So I say that because the Ghana embassy was like, well, we have to have a document from your bank that is official, meaning it's signed and sealed, saying that you made the payment. Now, luckily, I had already did this whole chat thing with N26 telling them I need something very official. If they're the most official thing you can get from any bank branch at one of the old school banks would be like this official document from us where it's signed, sealed, and have all the account numbers and everything, SEPA numbers, everything to prove the transaction was taken and approved and confirmed. And so I was like, yes, can you please send me that? And N26, being an amazing bank that they are, literally sent me this by 9:30 the next day. 9:30 was the exact time of my appointment. I was so beyond grateful because they didn't have to do that. And so they sent it to me, and the girl was like, well, you have to, sorry, the woman at the embassy was like, you have to print that, you know. And then what she told me that really surprised me, she was like, oh, by the way, we don't take online payments, we only take cash, so you probably will have to pay again. And I looked at her like full on tears in my eyes, like 260 euro is a lot of money, plus the expenses I've already paid for this trip, plus, you know, the money I'm trying to have as a tourist there. I was like, I can't afford that. I was like, it's not, you know what, it's not even about if I can afford it or not. I don't want to pay that. I don't want to pay that. So I just looked at her and I was like, you know, 260 is like more than double the regular rate for the visa. Could you please ask somebody, you know, could you please just, please, because it's a lot of money. She was like, yeah, you know, it is a lot. I'll talk to the person in charge of this whole process, but you're gonna have to wait till she comes in. She doesn't get into another hour. So it should have took like less than 30 minutes. Wound up taking me four hours to get through. So I went ahead and made copies of all that stuff I didn't have copies of. And I waited for the main person to get back so that, you know, they can find out if they can give me approval. Mind you, I'm sitting there watching all the people come in and out, getting their visas processed and done in like 15 minutes. And like the white Germans who go to Ghana, I guess on a regular, like they know what's up because they came in cash ready, exact amount, like, hey, I'm trying to go. And it was like boom, 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 boom. I was like, man, come on, I gotta get to work. But long story short, they finally told me you have to write a statement acknowledging the fact that we don't take online transfers. However, we're making an exception. And if we don't get the money, then you're going to have to figure out a way to get it to us. I said, I will write whatever you want me to write, not a problem. I got this. So I wrote them a handwritten letter, basically saying that I did and all that. And then finally they approved me. And so when your visa gets approved, you get email notifications. So I had emails popping up before the woman can tell me that it was approved. And I was like, oh my God, yes, I think it's approved. So 4 hours after the fact, after initially arriving, I finally got the visa stamp, or the visa big sticker that takes up an entire page of my passport in there, signed, everything's good. So now I have my visa to go to Ghana. It was instant, meaning that instant means you get it the same day. You don't have to wait, you get it right then and there. And so I paid 260 euros. But if you didn't wait last minute, if you don't wait last minute, you can get your visa for $110 in 10 days, or I think it's 100 and not I said dollars, 110 euros in 10 days, 160 euros to get it in 3 days, and 260 euros to get it in immediately. And this is for a tourist visa, so the prices get higher as you go for multiple entry versus I think it's like 3 months, 9 months, 12 months, something like that. And then there's like a business visa. And so this is my first trip to Ghana, so I just did a regular tourist visa, plus it was cheapest, so I was going to do that. But I'm sharing this story because I've been searching online, through YouTube, everywhere, trying to find out people's process of getting a visa for Ghana who are Americans in Germany, who live in Germany, because there's a lot of us that live there, but I guess there's not a lot of us that go to Ghana. So if you are an American, or if you are a foreigner like me, or if you are one of the many countries that have the same type of entry requirements into Ghana that Americans do, this might be helpful for you. I hope it's helpful to someone, because I was surprised by the process. But I will say the folks at the Ghana consulate were amazing. They were, even though it took a while for all my stuff to get processed, they were polite, they were kind, they were trying to help everyone that came in, even including people who didn't have appointments, because I had an appointment. They were trying to help citizens of Ghana who were stranded in Berlin. Like, they were really going above and beyond to help people, anybody that walked through the door that needed their help. So I commend that consulate here in Berlin. They're amazing. So if you read nonsense online, please, whatever, that's crap. I think the people who write stupid stuff online like that is because that they were just throwing shade or being disrespectful, and they got disrespected back. At the same time, I didn't see any of that, and I was there for 4 freaking hours, which was ridiculous, but I was still there that long, and I'm not even mad. I'm not even mad, y'all. I'm not even mad because I got my visa, dude. I got my visa. Sister girl is going to Ghana. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to reconnect with my ancestors, but ask somebody. I was hella happy when she was like, "Here you go, Miss Taylor." I was like, "Girl, thank you so much." Thank you. So anyway, if this helps you, if you're just curious about the process or curious of how you do things when you live abroad as an American citizen, hopefully this helps somebody. So, and if you haven't done business class, girl, you need to try this, because this is some bougie shit. I think I like it. I really do. I think I like it a lot. But I'm hella cheap, so we'll see how this works out in the future. Toodles, please subscribe to my channel. Give me your thoughts. I have plenty of haters, so I know y'all gonna be hating, whatever. But them positive feedback, love it. Any advice you have for me for my trip to Ghana, would love that as well, because I am headed to Accra as a woman solo. So I'm doing a solo trip, y'all. So I'll let y'all know how that is. I think it'd be great. No, I know it'd be great. Bye.